rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Ten yards still left on second down. Time running out here on the play clock. Mahomes to throw on second down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's caught by the rookie from Michigan, J.U. Chesson. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Mahomes throwing on second down. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run now with Ware. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Webb. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing. Blue, Detroit. Got it. No. Check, Patriot.
Mahomes now on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Set. Blue, landing.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Now here's Mahomes. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. He'll look to set up his blockers. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Webb. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down, it's Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Johnson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. This is Marshall. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Here we go.
Now a 1st down throw. Webb. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Set. Green, 39.
To throw again. Webb. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo pack package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. It's a gain of 4 that time, and that'll be good for a Giants first. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Now Marshall. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run with Marshall. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go now.
Here's Webb. And Ingram holds it in. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Perkins on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
All right, here we go. Green, Leopard, back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And here's Marshall. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Green 39.
On 3rd down, Webb. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And out come the Chiefs now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Mahomes now to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Green 39.
Now it's Mahomes again. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go now. Green 30.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on second down. Webb. And that's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
To throw, Webb. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now here comes Kansas City. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now is Mahomes. A bullet throw, but incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's Beckham. Spinning away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Webb, throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd down following the run. Now Webb. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Tomahali coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. The Bears have just scored, so they add on to their lead. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Mahomes now on 1st down. Well, Mahomes can't get away. And down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And going deep. They've got his man complete. The 30, the 20, 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 82 yards.
Watching that bloody party.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, second and goal. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Mahomes, third and goal. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
When it's third and goal, you don't need to make a heroic play. You just need to make a play and able to knock that one away. That was really nice.
Yeah, I don't think going for the interception, like you said, just wanted to make sure that the ball hit the ground, and it did.
I'm going to call heroic anyway.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks, too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Webb. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Mahomes going to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. And now here comes Kansas City. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. Now Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And give him a gain of 37. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a second down. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing right around the midfield stripe. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Giants on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Now let's go. All right, now. Over.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And this is going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dee Ford coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is Charkandrick West. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Green.
Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And that one goes the way of the Saints. Michael Thomas, only a couple yards shy of 100. He's at 98 receiving to this point. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Kansas City, it's an
Man.